Amazon and Whole Foods, the future of shopping. My predictions. What up, YouTube? It's your boy Jermaine, back with another video. This video, let's talk about Whole Foods and Amazon. Now, if you're new to my channel, my name is Jermaine. I make videos pretty much every day talking about my life. I live here in San Francisco. Hit that subscribe button and also add your boy on Instagram. But let's talk about Whole Foods and Instagram. Not Whole Foods and Instagram. Let's talk about Whole Foods and Amazon. And what's the correlation? And let's talk about some of the predictions. Now, I'm not getting any of these sources from anyone else. These are just my own predictions that I'm coming up with. And I don't think I'm too far off the beaten path. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not, but I'm just gonna share it with you guys right now. So a couple years ago, Whole Foods and Amazon, they merged. So basically Amazon bought Whole Foods. And when they did that, the first thing I thought is, wow, Amazon has all these distribution hubs all around the country. And these distribution hubs are usually outside of cities. They're not like in the middle of cities. Now, since Amazon has acquired Whole Foods has locations in cities, not really outside of cities. Like they're right in downtowns of New York and San Francisco and Los Angeles, and they're just right in the heart of places where everyone go, okay? So it makes a lot of sense. So a couple years ago, I was making predictions. Wow, I imagine that maybe they could possibly close the Whole Foods store to customers, right? And maybe they could rearrange the Whole Foods stores for their own Amazon shoppers, right? And whenever I go to Amazon and order things off Amazon, it comes from this old Whole Foods store that is closed to normal people, but it's open to, you know, Amazon associates, and they can store way more products in this location just because it's closed off to customers. And maybe this can be like sort of a miniature warehouse within cities. And like in San Francisco right now, I can think of like those 4 Whole Foods, and I'm thinking, wow, there's 4 Whole Foods, and there could be 4 small distribution centers in like San Francisco. And maybe when people order things on Amazon in San Francisco, maybe they can get their items even faster. And this is what I was thinking when Amazon acquired Whole Foods, and I was thinking, wow, this could be really, really good. This could be really good. But guess what? That never happened. Like that never happened. I slowly noticed that Amazon did things like they sort of changed Whole Foods, like they sort of added more products, and they just kind of changed it a little bit. They also added more Prime items, like you can go to Whole Foods and buy like Amazon products, like Amazon Alexa, Amazon stuff like that. So I was thinking, that's pretty cool. I see what they're doing now. But that was a couple years ago, and things were a little bit different than things are today. As of the making of this video, I'm in San Francisco, and we are on a lockdown. All of California is on a lockdown. New York City is on a lockdown. So let's talk about this whole lockdown and this whole situation that's going on in the world now, and how this could sort of change Amazon and Whole Foods. This could sort of change their practices. Okay, so about a month ago. Okay, so let's rewind the time. Let's go back about January, first week in January. I'm at Whole Foods in San Francisco, the one on Market Street. And usually on Sundays, if you go to Whole Foods at like Sunday night, usually a lot of the products are sold out because a lot of people go, you know, on the Amazon Fresh app and they order things. And, you know, people go and shop on Sunday, and they go shop for the items in the same grocery store that the normal people shop in. So if you go on Sunday nights, the grocery store is a little bare, like it's missing a lot of items. Now, I remember, you know, the first week in January, I went a couple different times, and I noticed that, like, wow, there's a lot of things missing. But it didn't really bring up any red flags because it's kind of normal on a Sunday, like the grocery store is empty. For the past 3 to 4 weeks, I have been going to multiple Whole Foods in San Francisco. Now, we've been under lockdown for, this is day 11 now, or day 10. And ever since the lockdown, but even before the lockdown, I would go to Whole Foods, and I would go and maybe I want a couple things. Maybe I want to get some vegan cookies. Maybe I want some Beyond patties. Maybe I want an onion. Maybe I want to get some vegan chicken strips. Maybe I want to get a bag of potatoes. Like, I just want to get random items. And I have walked into Whole Foods like multiple times in the past 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and there has been none of the items that I want to buy. There has been none of the items there. It's been times where like I would just go to Whole Foods and I would just walk in and just look and just see what they have, and then I would just turn around and walk out. And it's been times where I was talking to security guards, and the security guard is like nervous. He's like, there's like nothing really for people to steal here. Now, when he says that, there's still lots of stuff for people to steal, but actual food, like actual things that people want, like people want staples, like people want rice, people want beans, people want, pasta, people want things to get them through this hard time. People want frozen food, people want TV dinners, like none of that stuff is there. Of course, there's like fancy wines, and there's all sorts of fancy random stuff that won't really help you in a crisis, and no one wants that crap, and no one cares about that crap. But all the good stuff is like gone. Okay, so I just go to Whole Foods over and over, and I notice that there's just no products anymore in Whole Foods. So now I'm getting to the point where I just go buy Whole Foods and I don't even go in. Like, I'm pretty much getting to the point because like I go in over and over and over, and the things that I want, all my favorite products are just no longer there. Like even random things like a bottle of mustard, like it's all gone. And it's like, okay, all right. So what do? I just go shop somewhere else. I go to Safeway, and I'm noticing, wow, Safeway is not really sold out of a lot of things. But this is my prediction for Whole Foods. Okay, so as of now, we have been in this lockdown. And a lot of people think in San Francisco, we're gonna go back to normal on the 7th. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I think it's impossible for us to go back to being normal on the 7th. Maybe if we would get any close to being normal, maybe it would be the 9th or the 10th, but I don't think it's gonna be the 7th. The whole social distancing thing has just got really popular in the past like month, and people are really following social distancing a lot. Now, with social distancing, it's doing other things, like it's limiting the amount of people that can enter certain establishments. For example, before we went on a complete lockdown here in San Francisco, I would go to some of the bars that I would go to. And before the lockdown, you would see like normal amount of people at the bars, and then closer towards the lockdown, what they would do is they would reduce the amount of people that was in the bar. So on a normal day, you can have 75 people in the bar. Now today, you can only have 35 people in the bar. Okay, so now there's head counts, and they're making sure there's not enough people in the bar. Well, it's not necessarily bars that are doing that. It's also grocery stores that are doing that too. A lot of people right now during this lockdown, you really can't notice that businesses are like changing their occupancy rate. You can't notice it because so many businesses are closed due to the mandatory lockdown. But when businesses open back up, I'm pretty sure a lot of restaurants are gonna have to take their tables. Like, let's say you have 30 tables in your restaurant, you're gonna have to reduce that number from 30 to like 15, because now you need to add more personal space, right? The same thing is gonna happen with grocery stores, and the same thing is already happening with Whole Foods. So about a week ago, I noticed that there's lines outside of Whole Foods. Now guys, I'm totally not making this video to scare anyone. If I did scare you, I'm sorry, but like I basically just want to share some of the things I've noticed, and like sort of, I don't know, make a video, talk about it, and maybe I can go look at this video in the future, and maybe I'm completely incorrect and there's more grocery stores open in the future, or maybe I'm correct and I just call this one out. But just thought I would sit down and make a video talking about Whole Foods and Amazon and the potential future of shopping, especially with Amazon Prime, because I kind of think the more and more people that sign up for Amazon, and the more and more people, especially in one particular area, the more and more people that use their app, the less they're gonna need for a physical grocery store that normal people can go into. And they're just gonna basically need a distribution hub that doesn't need to be appealing to customers. It just needs to be a place to pack in products, and everybody orders on an app and the things get delivered, and that's just how it goes. that's kind of how I see the future of Whole Foods and the future of Amazon. I'm very curious to know what you guys have to say in the comments below. So I want you guys to light that comment box up. If you guys have any questions, if you guys have any concerns, put them in the comments below. I may not answer your question or concern, but I'm pretty sure there's other people that will love the comments for this video. But meanwhile, let me say thanks a lot for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and Amazon Prime on, I guess. Peace out, yo.